Alright guys, so pretty live night out here in BGC, Easter Sunday. Today I want to talk about sending money to your LDR or your online crush when you're in your home country, and that you need to stop doing that immediately. When you've never met somebody, they are a chatmate. They are not your girlfriend, they are not your LDR. They are none of that. And I know a lot of guys are falling for this, and a lot of guys are doing this. And has it worked out before? It certainly has. During COVID, we had an excuse. You couldn't go there. Now, you really don't have an excuse anymore. You can put yourself on an airplane and come see if it's real. Make sure she's not married. Make sure she's telling the truth. You know, all that stuff. Now things are a lot different than they were during COVID, and a lot of guys are getting taken advantage of, and it usually starts with load. It's not a thing where you get asked for 50,000 pesos or something. It starts out with load, and basically load is taking your temperature to see if you're comfortable sending money to strangers. That's all load is. Now, am I saying that a girl's always lying and that she's not going to be your wife and that, you can't send her load? You can do whatever you want with your money. But normally, load is taking a temperature of a human being. You can send that directly to their phone, or you can do whatever and, make sure it gets spent on the correct thing. And it might be, $5 or $8. So, you're not exactly going to the poorhouse after doing that. But usually that's a taking of the temperature. And usually if you do that, within 24 to 48 hours, you will receive another request. Something sometimes as outlandish as a family member in the hospital. So you need to be aware of that and really, really, understand that if a woman likes you, it's free. If not, there's a fee. And also that this human being has been surviving for many, many, many years before they met you. So it's not as though, they were notified that they were going to meet a wealthy foreigner and that foreigner was going to handle all kinds of tuition and hospitalizations and load and transportation and building them a house and all that. That's sort of just a bonus of meeting you if you're that guy. But yeah, basically, you need to stop it, and you need to stop it right away. And that's a great way to find out if someone likes you. See, this is Philippines driving. Look at this. This person's driving down the wrong side of the whole road right here in a white car. This is in the richest area of the richest city, subsidiary of the city. Look at this. This is not the right side of the road, you genius. You silly genius. But yeah, anyways, guys, when a woman asks me for money when I was in the United States, or even if she's in another city in the Philippines, you know what I say to her? I say the word no. And that immediately gives me the gauge of whether or not she backs off completely, she backs off a little bit, or she comes on just as strong and was simply asking for, a favor that could be declined. So that will tell you how handsome and how much she likes your voice or your video calls or your text messages or whatever. And keep in mind that these girls will get extremely close with you extremely quickly with a lot of good mornings and good nights, and I can't wait to spend my life with yous, and sometimes as far as I love you. So a lot of these girls got 10 guys and they're receiving 8,000 from each. That's 2 full-time jobs, 3 full-time jobs out here. A lot of girls are making 14,000 a month, working 5, 6, 7 days a week. So 14,000 a month, is like $250 or something. So you have to understand how far that money goes, and that a lot of these people are working multiple foreigners at once. And I'm not saying they all are, but just cut it out. Get yourself on an airplane, come see if it's what it really is. And once you've met a girl and you've spent 30 days with her or something, by all means, knock yourself out, break the bank, get an apartment, get a scooter, do whatever you want to do, because you've met that person and you've established that you're not in the friend zone. Too many times we send over hundreds of thousands of pesos only to meet them and they're not attracted to you or be represented as a friend, or, you just got to be realistic, man. You're a chat buddy, you're a friend, you're not in a relationship until you meet someone in person and you've reached out and touched that person. You are simply a glorified chat buddy, and you just gotta keep your money in your pocket until you meet someone in person, as in put yourself on an airplane. You can't save everybody. You can't save the dying father in the hospital and the load and the bus and the sister and the tuition. And listen, man, these people had lives and money and stuff before they met you. And that's the perfect gauge to see if someone actually likes you, is say the word no. No, I'm not going to send it to you. I'll send myself on an airplane and I'll be happy to meet you. And once I've met you and we are not in the friend zone, of course, knock yourself out, bro. Change the girl's life. But until then, you're just a chat mate, and you could be one of 2 or one of 10 that are simply adding to the pot of the, full-time job of getting money sent by foreigners. Now, most Panays are good. Many of my viewers are Panays, but this is just a word to the wise for the 1% of the bad ones, and they do live online. So just make sure that you stop immediately if you're doing it. If you're on the fence or you just met someone and you're considering doing, say no. It's a good gauge for the relationship, and just get to the Philippines. There's no restrictions. You don't have to be vaccinated. There's absolutely no reason not to come here. You certainly shouldn't be sending someone some money if you can't afford a couple of grand for a round trip ticket and a couple of Airbnbs. So just do that and you'll be better for it. And just wanted to throw that out there. Beautiful night out here. Easter Sunday, BGC. Look at this. Actually, people on the streets, people always complain there's nobody in my videos. It's usually 3 in the morning and it ain't Easter. So it's definitely a lot of people out here. Super lit, BGC, Uptown. You're not gonna see this much longer because I'm moving. So like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you need to send a lot of money. Maybe, you've had a good experience with it. Maybe you've had a terrible experience with it and you lost a lot of money. I want to know what happened with you and what you think about it. All right, guys. BGC, Sunday, Easter.